First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Yahweh Shah, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. I want to give it up honor to the apostles of great millstone who are submitted this truth. I want to give a peace and blessings to the Akim across the four corners of the earth who teach this truth. And rest like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord, when the video is edifying, Lord, I can get something from this video. It's a quick video I was reading in Proverbs, a couple of things I highlighted, which really, as you see, I highlighted the whole chapter because the whole chapter is great, and it's jewels to be, taken, so to speak, in this chapter, man. Which a couple of them I'll go over right now, really quick here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, so I'm gonna bounce back and forth from this Bible app to the blue letter. And again, Lord willing, it's edifying to you, Akim. Lord willing, I can get something from this video. Lord willing, I'll also get something from the video. But this is Proverbs 5:1. It says, "My son, attend unto my wisdom and bow thine ear to my understanding." Right? And this is a teaching. Okay, this is a teaching. This is written for our learning today, okay? Wisdom, which wisdom is also known as she or her, like sometimes when the scriptures talk about her, which you'll see in this path, or in this passage, you'll see, really in Proverbs, when you hear her, is likened unto wisdom sometimes. And this passage, you gotta, I heard that's likened unto an adulterous woman, which an adulterous woman can be, really an adulterous woman, or it could be twofold for other philosophies in this passage, okay? Which we'll speak on both, okay? This is Proverbs 5:2. It says, "That thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge, for the lips of a strange woman drop as in honey. The lips of a strange woman drop as in honeycomb, and her mouth is smoother than oil." Yeah, and you see that, man, right? Let's speak on a woman side, right? You see that. Ain't nothing like an adulterous woman, right? Especially when she's, when she's ready to go, right? And she likes you, you know what I mean? She'll find every excuse and every way to get with you, to make sure that she could commit adultery with you, man, and you have that now, right? In this society that we live in, that shit is running rampant, right? And you see it now. Like, you see these bitches when they get in front of the camera, right? And they want something from you, or like these hoes, right? These modern day hoes, right? You're buying their subscriptions and all that dumbass shit, right? You see how they talk to you. Like her words are smoother than oil. Okay. But guess what? Her end is death. Her end, and you see it with adulterous women, man. You see, like, when these women, they end up 50, 60, 70 after their husband having passed, right? And they were single since they were fucking 20, 30, and they got multiple baby fathers and all this shit. You know how bitter these bitches is? You know how sad that life is? You know how much, don't let the independent woman and all that shit fool you. That shit lasts for a couple years. The moment that bitch turned 30, late 20s to mid 30s, this bitch is miserable, man. She's beyond miserable, man. And and she's looking for a man to settle with. And the shit that she's willing to settle with now is not the shit she was willing to settle with when she was in her so-called prime, when she was out there thotting and bopping, when she was being the best host she can be. Now she's if she didn't fuck with fat men back then, she willing to fuck with a fat man now. She didn't fuck with broke men back then, she willing to fuck with a broke man now. You see it all the time, especially in our nation. Okay, it says her feet go down to death. It says, and her mouth is smoother than oil, but her end is bitter as wormwood, sharp as a two-edged sword. Right, so her end is bitter. Okay, it says her feet go down to death. Her steps take hold on hell. Yeah, her feet go down to death. Feet, it leads right to it, right to the passage. Okay, aimless, lifeless life is what she's gonna live. Okay, it says, lest thou shouldest ponder the path of her life, her ways are movable, that thou canst not know them. Now let me go to and get that in the NIV. It says, she gives no thought to the way of life. Her path wander aimlessly, but she does not know it. Yeah. She gives no thought to life. You see that, man, right? She lives aimlessly, okay? It says, now then, my sons, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house. Yeah, because she will entice you to come in. Now, let's speak about it on the flip side, on other philosophies, right? Listen, right? You got all these people out here, right? As far as, making YouTube videos about this and that, different religions, this and that, whoop the whoop. Don't even listen, man. Don't guard your mind and don't even pay attention to the shit. Don't even pay attention, because you got a thing called a rabbit hole, and it will entice you. It will stand at the front of the rabbit hole and entice you and bring you down. And you don't want to see how far the deep the rabbit hole go, man. Okay? These other philosophies will entice you. Oh, man, let's look into that. Oh, man, I got something to it, man. Listen, don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it, man. Okay? Don't fuck with it, man. Right? They're both likened unto women. Okay? It says, yeah, where was I? Her paths went aimlessly, but yeah. Now then, my sons, listen to me. Do not turn aside from what I say. Keep to a path far from her. Do not go near the door of her house, lest you lose your honor to others and your dignity to one who is cruel. It says, let strangers feast on your wealth, and your toil enrich the house of another. Okay, it says, at the end of your life, you will groan when your flesh and body are spent. I'm going to go to KJV. It says, and thou mourn at last when thy flesh and thy body are consumed. Okay, at the last, right? You will, oh man, damn, I should never did that. Damn, I shouldn't. Once you come into realization, okay, it says, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, right? So if you read in the beginning, right, to number 1, it says, my son, attend unto my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. Discretion. Okay, discretion, right? Let's get that word for discretion. Right, being discreet. Purpose, discretion, devices, purpose, thought, intents, a plan, sometimes good. Let's go to discretion in the blue letter. I mean, not on the Google. Discretion, it says, the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid causing offense or revealing private information. So discretion, being discreet, right? It says circumspection, carefulness, right? Now let's go back and read number 1, right? It says, my son, attend to my wisdom, and bow thine ear to my understanding, that thou mayest regard discretion. Okay, discretion, right? What is discretion? It says the quality of behaving or speaking in such a way as to avoid offense, right? So having wisdom when you talk, being circumspect, carefulness, right? That thou mayest regard discretion, being careful, right? Being discreet, right? Being circumspect, and that thy lips may keep knowledge. Okay? All right? Right? Which should lead you, when you bow thine ear to it, which lead you to a righteous path and not a wicked one, or take you off a wicked path to put you on a righteous one. It says, where was I at? It says, and say, how have I hated instruction, and my heart despised reproof, and have not obeyed the voice of my teachers, nor inclined my ear to them that instructed me. Right? We don't want to be those guys, right? We don't want to be that. I don't want to be that for damn sure. Right? So what? It's the best to what? Bow thine ear down. Bow thine ear to understanding, to wisdom, to knowledge. Right? So therefore what, man? So we can make it out this motherfucker. So therefore in the end time, we can have favor, Lord willing, the Lord will not be one of those men, man. Lord willing, you sincere, I can be one of those men. Because indeed, this is our job. This is our duty as Israelite men, man. This is what we were made for, right? Man, the law, statutes, and commandments is our duty to keep. It's not like I said, man, it's not a punishment, but it's a punishment if the laws and statutes and commandments is not a punishment, but it's a punishment if you don't keep them, right? The law, statutes, and commandments gives you wisdom on how to live and how to move, right? And it really makes you a God on earth, okay? It's not, because our people treat it like it's a punishment. It's not a punishment. It's really to make you wise, and it's really in your best interest to keep it to the best of your abilities, especially in these times. Okay, so yeah, with that, man, Lord, will be this edifying. Lord, I can got something from this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh, Shah, Bahashim, Kakadash. I want to tell you, brothers, keep pushing on to the next Shalom.